In this brief video, I'm going to show you how to wrap text, add pictures, and copy pictures from the LSC website onto your page. So wrapping text, as you can see here, this text is wrapped to the right side of the picture. And that's important because when you're building a website, and I'll show you one page, when you're building a website, you want to avoid things like this. See how there's a lot of white space on this page as it relates to these program goals? Now let's compare that to this on the same page. The pillars of success, you see that the writing is flanked to the right side. That is much preferred on a website because you want to make sure, again, physically your site looks good and it makes sense, and you want to avoid a lot of white space. So see the difference between that and that. Even though we need to get some space between these two things, I see that. That's a good place to put a break, as I was showing you in our first video. But that's what we're going to try to do. Always try your best to get things to line up with your pictures. So to do that, I'm going to put this back in the generic sense. Normally your page will look like this. You put a picture in it. You're going to have to move it up yourself. So the way that you do that after you put your picture in is to click on the picture. Again, make sure you're using Internet Explorer. Sometimes if you're using Chrome or another internet provider, you won't be able to get these bullets to come out on your picture. If you notice, I drag my bullet, I can move my picture back and forth and make it small, large. So click on your picture, and if you notice right here, you're going to see alignment. See that at the very bottom? Just click on alignment. If I take it off, my alignment got completely wiped out. You see how my wording went down the page? I'm going to bring it back up. And so what I want to do is bring my alignment so that I can flank my wording on the right side. So just instead of an X, I want to bring my alignment, it's this one right here, and what this does, if you notice, this is wording that's going to flank to the left of the picture, and it'll pull it up. See how easy that is? If it doesn't come up for you right away, you can always put your cursor where you want to try to draw it once you've already flanked it, and hit backspace, and it'll pull it up itself. That's what I'm doing. I'm hitting my backspace key and it brings it up. Okay? So that was a really simple way. Again, click on the picture, go to alignment, far left. Just remember this little button and it'll do it for you. There you go. If you want to get rid of that feature, hit the X button and it goes away. Want to bring it back? There you go. So simple. Some steps you have to remember. Next, I want to show you how to add pictures. So to add a picture, you're going to have to go into the little icon right up here where you see the mountain with the sun. So go ahead and click that icon. And what you're looking at, don't let this intimidate you, this is just basically a folder on how we store our pictures. So you don't have to keep on adding them over and over again. Once you have a picture, and I'll go into Academic Affairs, for example, I'll go into their folder. Once you have a picture, essentially, I can go in, and let's say that and you've seen this ad before, I can go in and just upload, so I don't have to and put this on my page, right? So if I wanted to insert that onto my page, there it is. You see that? I don't have to keep on worrying about uploading the same pictures over and over again. Okay? So that's essentially what you're looking at. So it's just a storage container. That's a good way of looking at it. So I'm going to put my cursor back down. So I go in, and if you do not see your department listed here, then you can simply create your own folder. And again, you're just creating a folder where you're going to store things. Think of this similar to your desktop and how you might have different icons on your desktop or different folders on your desktop. So that's all you're doing. You're creating a folder for your department to store your particular pictures. So you can just click on the plus sign and we'll create a new folder for you, and I'm going to name it your folder 2. I created one earlier and it should have loaded at the bottom, and well, actually it was under Academic Affairs, so be careful where you are. I put it under here. If you look, see the your folder right here, your folder, and there's my original one. So regardless, I'm going to go in here, and that's just, and you're going to see there's no records to display because I haven't added any pictures yet to it. So once to add your pictures, let's just go over the steps. The first thing, I'm sure you could look up here and tell me, what do you think you're going to click? Upload. That's correct. So click the plus button for upload. Go to select. And I'm not on my computer, so let me see if I can find some pictures on this one. Okay. I'm not sure what this image is, but I found an image. Doesn't matter what it is. Now let's talk about this. If you ever, and just heed my words on this, if you ever encounter a situation in which you uploaded a picture and it just won't take, and you call me and say, you know, Cherie, none of my pictures are taking, I can guarantee you it's how you're labeling it. This system is very sensitive. It doesn't like a lot of dashes or slashes, sometimes a lot of numbers. Make your pictures single solid words, like, you know, if it's a picture of a student at a computer, put, you know, student computer, and you just put that as one word. Don't put dashes, don't put the underscore. Just make it as simple as you possibly can. So this has a lot of numbers. Let's see how it accepts this or not. So I'm going to upload. If you notice, I click the bottom of the upload and I hit insert. So it took that one, but it's too big. Again, on the website, you want to make sure things aren't too big on the page. We do not like very large pictures on our pages. Nothing too large. Again, just look at sample websites and take a look to make sure it fits on your picture. And one thing I want to tell you about, once you upload pictures or videos or things like that, you always want to go out to the page. You can do this at the end. After you build your page, you'll go back out to look to see.
My name is Mr. Holloway.
You go back out to look to see and make sure everything is okay on your page and how things look. Pictures aren't too large, aren't taking up too much space. Okay? So I'm going to go over that just one more time. I'm going to go ahead and delete this picture. Here are the steps for inserting a picture. Step 1, go to the mountain with the sun. And now that you have your folder, you remember to add a folder, you simply click here and just create the name and hit OK, and it loads on. Go to your box where you're going to store that folder. Click upload. It's going to take you, it's going to recognize where your pictures are stored. I'll go to this pictures library, see if there's any pictures. There we go. So I'm going to upload my picture, click the picture, click open, and then right down here you want to click upload. If you would like to add multiple pictures, like more than 3, you can add more lines, 4, 5, 6. I wouldn't do more than 6 at a time, but it is a nice feature. You can add more pictures so you don't have to keep on doing this over and over again. And I do know some individuals who like to just bring all their pictures in at once and store them. You know, spend a half an hour just uploading various pictures on your site so they don't have to go through this step over and over again. Then hit upload. And again, remember, if something doesn't load, just change the name, make the name very simple, and now you have, as you can see, all of your little pictures have come in. See if it's gonna. Sometimes they don't show until you actually click on the picture. As you can see, some of this is happening. So I'm going to hit insert to bring the picture on board. If it comes in too large, just find the edges and bring it in. Always take a look at the picture, and there we go. The great thing about pictures, and I'm going to show you what we always do. We do have a paid service if you need, like this picture right here at the top. This is a picture we actually purchased through our agreement that we have. And so whenever you're using images of students or people, those things are typically copywritten. And so you want to contact my office. We can give you pictures. You can ask me, you know, Cherie, I need a picture of this. I need a picture of some students around a computer, or I need a picture of some students working welding or whatever it is, right? Maybe they're doing pharmacy tech. It Doesn't matter what they're doing. You just need to let me know, and it's my job to find that picture for you. So never go out on the website like, I'm going to go and take you out to Google. You can grab some things from Google Images, but not a lot of things, and I'll tell you what those things are. So if I go out to Google and I type in graduates, I'm just going to type that in. And I go to images, you see all these different images, and you would think, oh wow, I can use these, but actually you cannot. These are the kinds of images that are oftentimes copywritten, okay? Even something like this, you just never know. And then if you see how, if you look carefully, Independent CO UK, this is being already used on a website. So you just have to be very careful. Never use these kind of images. I can get these images for you and help you. Doesn't matter. So, but let me tell you what images I don't mind you using. These kind of images, let's say that on your website you're trying to do things like click here or something like that. These images are typically not copywritten because you can make them. And we also, by the way, we do have the ability to purchase these images. Okay, so again, you pretty much are safe in using these types of images on your page without it being an issue. Okay, but if there is an issue, I will quickly look at it and just fix it for you. So let's say that I want to save one of these images. Let me try to save it. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to save picture as click. All right, so let me tell you why that's so important of a step. So let's say, remember I told you before, we never want you to put things like this, a URL on the website. We either want you to take the picture and make the picture, the student can click a picture and take them to a website, and that website could be on our website or external website, but we never want you just to post the name of a website on our website. That's not good. What we prefer is that you do things like this. Go to your images, right? And you see it's still remembering where we were. Go to upload and find your, see if I can, go to your click here button, hit open, and bring that one in and hit insert. Shrink it. So maybe there's something you're linking them. Click here for more information or something like that. Okay. So if I click here for more information, if I highlight this, okay, and I go over to my hyperlink manager. Now remember, when you are linking an image to a website, make sure you get rid of HTTP. I don't know why it's there, but get rid of it. Okay? So make sure the URL space is completely blank, and then paste in your URL. Okay? Make sure your target moves to new window so that when the students click on it, it takes them to a new window. So these two steps are very important. Remember step one, get rid of that HTTP, make sure it's blank, and paste in your website. Then select target, new window, and hit OK. And what you'll notice is that your click here now has a box around it. That tells us that it's linked. Now remember, whenever you launch your website, always double check to make sure that when students click there, it's going to the website that you want it to go to. You never want to be embarrassed or make a mistake by putting the wrong website on a click here button or on a picture or anything. Now, let's say this picture, you wanted them to click on the picture. Remember, the picture could be anything, but you want to take the picture and make the picture a hyperlink. So you can do, it's the same exact process. You just simply click on the picture, go to your hyperlink manager, get rid of the HTTP, type in your lost and state address, new window, and then click OK, and you're going to see that blue box come around it. So that is something that on our website we definitely say that we do. So I'm going to go back to our website and we can show a couple of examples of that. So I'm going to go to Blackboard. Oops, sorry, wrong place. I was hoping to get to the Blackboard, actually the Blackboard website, so let me get there. This is a good example. If you notice, all of these are just pictures, and we've just hyperlinked them. It's exactly what I just showed you. That function with this picture is exactly how we're able to, if I click on this picture, it's linking, but the link is internal. It's going to take me to the Blackboard page. So this is the URL that I pasted. I went up here, right, and used this website to get them here. You see that? And again, here's another picture of a link. This is Blackboard login, but if you click it, it's just a picture, and again, once I have a website, I can link them. So that is how we do all of those special features on the website. Hope this is making sense. So no matter what it is, now it could also be a word. So like wrapping text, or if I could say, let me just change this to click here to begin. If I want to do it this way, this is also allowed. So if you don't want to use the picture, you can still just use click here. At least you're not using the web address, right? You're still saying click here to begin. You highlight what it is that you want to hyperlink. You go to the hyperlink manager. It is exactly the same process. Get rid of the HTTP, plug in your URL, new window, and OK. See? And you'll notice that it's now hyperlinked. So those are the three ways that we, if you want to link something, whether it's an external page to the website or internal. I'm going to show you internal again. Internal simply means, let's say that you wanted students to go to this page. Click here for Blackboard information. You come up here, you grab this URL, go back to your page. I'm going to go back. I'm going to delink. This is how you delink it. Remove a link. And I'm going to do it again. But this time I'm going to say click here to learn more about Blackboard. Right? I want to link them to something on our page. So go here, get rid of HTTP, and now I'm going to take them right to the Blackboard Student Portal Blackboard page. Target, new window. Okay, so it's, I don't know why I did that. It should not have. Let me try it again. I must have done something wrong. I probably didn't have it highlighted. I don't know if anyone caught that. There we go. Yeah, I didn't, for it to do that, it meant that I did not have click here highlighted. I can also change that font color, which is fine, to accent it, right? So I love this feature because then it takes your page to a whole nother level and it makes it really sophisticated. Now remember, whether it's typing in the word or bringing in the symbol, click here or start here or register now, those kinds of things you can always find through Google Images, and they're usually easy to use. And remember to contact me for other copyrighted information. Now, copying pictures from the web, that's the last thing I'm going to show you. One of my favorite features of this website, as you can see, you can store pictures this way, or if there's already an existing picture, like I'll grab this one, you can just go to the website, copy it, because see, what it is, it's going to recognize it as already being in inventory. So you don't have to go through this step process any further. I can copy that and hit Control View and paste it. And notice though, it's bringing along anything, if it's hyperlinked as this one is, see that light blue border? It's going to bring in that link. So just make sure before you bring a picture over, you know where it's going. So I'm going to click this just to make sure, okay, it's going right to the login screen. If that's where you want it to go, that's fine. But if not, remember, click it, unlink it, either don't link it to something, or either link it to a new page. Right? I'll link it to a new page. It's that simple, and hit OK. But I love that feature. I love that I can grab pictures from the website without going through this step process. That's really nice. So that can also save you a lot of time when you're dealing with the website. Okay? So I hope this part of training is very helpful and excites you about building your page. We can't wait to see what you guys are going to come up with. Please go and advance to the next training.